Good evening, everyone. We are back for the debut show or weather watch, whatever you like to call it. We've got some exclusive panel here talking tonight. So below me, but not below me, is LJP.
Hello.
And to my left, we've got Mr. Reliable and Jack.
Hello.
And below Jack, you have got Mr. Happy tonight. He was very, very happy on Saturday, and he is actually smiling. It is Luke.
Hello.
Before we do finish, Luke was ecstatic on Saturday. I never seen him so happy than he was. He was really, really happy. Talking about Saturday's game, how did you guys feel about it? Is that an open question to anyone?
Oh, shall I go first then? I was extremely happy, as Dan alluded to about 2 seconds before he asked his question. I thought it's a bit of a kind of end-to-end game most of the time. I think Lowe's ball into Johnson was brilliant. The only criticism I have was of their goal, where I think Samba needed to just clean everything out and just take the ball, and Spence if he needed to, and just stop the chance of a goal being there. But then at least Linton got another one. So, yeah, I'm fairly happy.
How did you feel about it, Jack?
Yeah, obviously it's great to get another win, keep things going, keep the ball rolling. The big thing that I took from the game was usually if we concede like that, the heads drop, we sort of crumble. We start making more and more silly mistakes, but we just carried on with what we were doing, kept playing, kept going for it, and we got our reward. So yeah, it was great to see that. From seeing a team that would have absolutely just crumbled and lost it from there to see a team who kept going and win the game, it was brilliant to see.
Do you agree to that, LJP?
I think definitely the what we showed from despite conceding a goal to then continue playing how we were and to go and get that second goal is definitely credit to the team mentality that Cooper and all the players are building, that we can concede a goal but we can still go and get a second. But it was a very good performance, and hopefully we can keep the ball rolling.
It was actually nice that to see, even though we conceded, that we did bounce back from it. That some of that bit of criticism around me, but you actually heard him shout keepers, and Spence didn't really hear him.
Yeah, but Dan, he then went up to catch it and didn't actually get it. He needed to go even higher, catch it. If he took Spence with him, then he took Spence with him when he came down. He needed to take everything and keep hold of the ball and to negate the chance of a goal. The fact that he shouted and then did that kind of whatever he did, that if you want to be at the top half of the championship, that's not the standard of goalkeeping you need.
Do you guys agree to that? How do you feel?
I think, yeah, you definitely, like Luke said, if you want to be up top half of the championship, that's sort of the things that you want to eradicate. Sometimes a mistake like that, and you might not be able to get back into it, say, maybe against Fulham, a team who were one of the best in the league. If we do something like that against a team like them, it might be sort of, something we can't bounce back from. But I think, other than that, overall, you can't say too much other than that. But I think if we can get that sorted, then yeah, we should be okay.
Definitely. Well, I've got quite a few comments from him. And what mind you, this weren't me that put this before anyone Do you think that? Do you
I
think
was going to ask that actually, Dan, if you were secretly under another account just tweeting questions.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of this question, personally, I don't even think this is a new manager bounce. I just think this is a manager setting up a team in the correct way to gain results. A new manager bounce is all well and good, but I think we're actually set up each week to the strengths of us and the weaknesses of the opposition. And I think that's the difference between a new manager bounce and just doing what's needed in a game to win football matches, which we weren't doing under Houghton.
How do you feel about it, lads? Jack?
I saw something on Twitter. It was on the EFL's tweet, the EFL Championships tweet about Cooper coming in, and someone in the comments it was a Swansea fan was saying, oh, this is what it was like when he started at Swansea. He was really attacking, really positive, and then the longer he got here and the more control he got, the worse performances came. Which I don't really know how that makes sense, because he's come in and he's taken full control and changed it from the negative Houghton style to this completely polar opposite style of football. So I don't know really if that's true. I don't think the new manager bounce really. I don't know. It's hard to say because he's not been in for too long. But I don't think it's a new manager bounce. I think it will be something that if you can keep the confidence going, then we should be okay going on forward. But yeah, I don't know. It was a bit of a weird comment I saw, and something to think about maybe. But I think we'll be okay, and it's something that we keep going with.
I've had this said to me in a group chat, and I got into a very interesting discussion with him because I made the comment of look at the players that Swansea had towards the end of Cooper's reign. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they were playing with Jamal Lowe and Andre Ayew up front, and not a lot else behind them in midfield. And their only hope was to get it to Connor Roberts or Jake Bidwell on the other side and get the ball up to Andre Ayew. That was a general consensus. But with us, not only have we got this group of first team players, we've also got probably about 5, 6, 7, 8, or even 9 players in the academy that can come up and play if we did have to get rid of Johnson, for example. So I think the styles of the squads are totally different. And just because a manager did one thing at Swansea doesn't mean he's going to do exactly the same thing at Forest. It's two totally different clubs.
I mean, we're going to touch up on about tomorrow night's game anyway, but do you feel like with the next 2 games, LGP, that it will be probably the toughest test we got yet?
I definitely think that the next 2 games will be very tough because of obviously fatigue will play a slight part into it because of the international break. So we have an extra fixture against Bristol, I think, but we do have an extra day or 2 to recover. But it's definitely a test to see if this is just a new manager bounce or if it is actually good form. I feel like it was. I was on the fence of it until going into Blackpool. I think if we put in a good performance and get a result against Blackpool, then this might not just be this might not just be a new manager bounce. It could be actually quite a good run of form. And obviously we beat Blackpool, so hopefully this can continue against Bristol and Fulham. But yeah, we will have to see over the next 2 or 3 games.
Aston saying new words. Lurkwin saying yo. I've got Lurkwin in the house then tonight. How's every one of you legends doing today?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah, I'm decent, thanks.
I'm getting compliments saying you're looking fresh tonight. Oh, cheers. I put my makeup on, that's right. Paul saying Samba to play more day long. He should command that area. Later on, I'm going to my fourth ever Forest match soon. Well, if he wants to, you can do the links in the chat. Heard him Stephen Molson saying, I'm a young drum mober. Whoever that is. Wayne Hall saying, Cooper is ready for a challenge. Hooton was just reading water.
I've just responded to that comment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Literally just hit enter as you said that. Basically, what I alluded to was Hooton was preoccupied with the opposition, whereas Cooper's more kind of like, well, what we can do this, and we've got to be better at doing this. If we're not, if like against Birmingham, he came out and said we need to be better at set balls into the box, which is totally right. We do need to be better to put balls in the box, especially against players like Matt Smith, Lucas Jukovic, and then tomorrow night's one is Chris Martin. I mean, they just keep coming and coming, the big guys up front. So we've not had enough practice. But again, with Cooper, it's the small things I think that are making a difference, like coming out before kickoff and then staying on the pitch at the end of the game. I can't remember apart from Sabri, the last manager to actually do that. Maybe it's now Billy Davis. It goes back as far as then.
I think we treated Luke off by saying about Hooton. Soon Hooton comes up, Luke goes.
Dan, you know me. I always get triggered by him.
Is that a can of Stroll, Dan? No. We are sponsored by Fanta.
The good old sponsors are back.
Yeah, good old sponsors are back. Signings we should target in January.
I don't want to talk about January. I just want to talk about tomorrow. I mean, can we talk about January when we're actually nearing January? It's only the 18th of October. So can we please concentrate on just the next game? Fans are too obsessed with, are we going to get in the playoffs? Are we going to get in the top 6? Are we going to get in the top 2? Blah, blah, blah. Just focus on the next game. Slow down. Hello, Phil.
No.
Obviously, Luke got that trigger there, but Keenan Davis has been linked. Top and shoulder level result by Paul. Rick Batman in the house. This was just before Phil came in, but what's about? It's that chap alive in top right. You think about that?
I'm alive.
And they'll sort of Ed Sheeran. Something like that. Garner or Odra?
I mean, do we really need to start doing these comparisons again? Like, really? I mean, right now, I'd argue is to say that Colback and Yates are doing a fairly decent job. If you're going to have to rotate, then I think Garner's more ahead of Vieda. I mean, just on what Cooper's been saying, that they're a bit behind these new lads that have come from miles away. But I don't know. I've got to see more of this Paraguayan to actually know. I mean, he played one under 23s game, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, he has.
But I mean, I honestly don't know how to answer that question because nobody in the midfield has done anything wrong. So why would you be debating who else to put in?
Yeah, and I don't know. It's hard really to say. Garner or Jada. I mean, we haven't even seen a Jada in the first team, so we haven't really got too much to go off. So I don't know. It's a bit of a
I think while we're winning, I think it's a good opportunity to let him settle in a little bit more.
yeah.
And take the pressure off, because it's always good. When they do get involved, it's always good when you've got that mentality. And I think as well with some of the players, like obviously the midfield has been, now they've changed either the tactics and how we're playing. It suits them better. So it's like one thing with Cooper has said that he don't really want to change a winning side so much. And I think that's important because you get consistency. And I think that's one thing what we've all lacked for many years. And sometimes the best players aren't always, makes the team up, do they? It's getting the players to do the dirty work or the work what, the more skillful players or the creative players. And I think that's really important. I think on looking at Saturday's game, I think Colback had a good game. Myself, I think, and he deserved his standing ovation when he went off.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Ben Bellyfield, congrats on the FCA stand, the Genius Fan TV. And if many people haven't seen it, we didn't get much from it, but obviously the experience was great night. I mean, all I can say is thank you to the guys, everyone, for nominating and making TFTV what it is. So it's all down to the viewers and everyone that comes onto it and everything. So the sheep go down with the father in the band. And I've got a Phil Mitchell in the building. Patrick Collins saying, "Hey, hope your mate's back, Luke. Luke, see you doing great and well done on at the rewards. Where was Luke at the toilet again?"
What do you mean? I've been here from the start. Patrick was the one that came in. Patrick, yeah. Phil was the one that came in late.
Better late than never.
Yeah. Who will get the most assists this season? Zink or Johnson?
Ooh.
I don't really care as long as they get assists.
Brennan. I think Brennan will. I just see him playing a few more games than Zinkenagel. I've just got a feeling. And I think Brennan's he's solidifying himself in the main 11, and he's sort of trying to see himself as the first name on the team sheet. And I think it'll be close. It'll be very close. I think he might just get one, maybe two assists more than Zinkenagel.
Do you guys agree to that?
Yeah. I'm gonna put my neck out for. It's going to be close, but I just think that Zink might just do it, because I'm thinking as well in January, will we have Johnson after January?
Yeah, I think we will.
I hope so. I really hope so.
I mean, I don't understand what the need is for selling a big player, because the only thing you'd say is to bring extra players in, and do we actually need to bring any more extra players in that you can't do with a shrewd loan signing? I mean, what you do is you send, let's say, Tutu back to Arsenal because he just seems like a walking injury, and then replace that with a lone striker, and you're more or less sorted then.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I really hope we don't sell him, because I think that, for our thing, I think it, he needs to have he needs to, we've invested a lot of money with the academy since he's been 8-year-old. And I think, first time he's been in season, I think for our club, even if we get, I don't know, 10 million, 15 million, I really hope that he settles, and I really hope that we can get, this new contract gets sorted for him. And I think at the moment, with Cooper, I think we've got probably one of the biggest chances for a long, long time of getting in the playoffs, getting promoted with him than any manager I can think since. I'm just trying to think about even the Paul Hart days when we lost, all the times when we lost in the semi-finals and stuff. I really think there's a massive change in the club with Cooper, and I think while he's there, I'm hoping that people like Johnson and some of the younger players will find an avenue to get to break into the team or get into the first team squad, and move it forward. It's really exciting. I just like everything what Cooper's been saying about the fans, about after the games and everything like that. So I just hope that in January we only strengthen and we don't lose anybody.
Do you agree with that, Owen?
Yeah. I mean, who will get more assists? I mean, obviously it depends on if Johnson's in the club, obviously, after January. Honestly, I hope he is, but I'm not sure really. Who's got the most at the moment? Do you know?
Not mad.
Okay,
I'll Google it.
same. I'll Google it now.
Okay. To that question, I think it's absolutely awful. Your mates, Lee, think they were punctuating from Trent. Pass is not good.
The answer to the question, who's got the most assists at the moment, is Zinkernagel with 6.
Oh, wow.
How many's Johnson got?
Probably about 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3.
Actually 3.
Oh, he's got 3 goals, 3 assists.
Which is should have bought 2.
Going back to the one
That was
about the
probably
ale can, I was laughing about that about 10 minutes ago because Patrick said that he thought the ale was pumped straight from the Trent.
Oh, mate. But yeah, I mean, Saturday's game. I mean, I was telling you about it earlier to Luke's other mate, Matt, about Colbert. I mean, Colbert and Garner. Actually, Colbert and Yates. You wouldn't really want to drop them two at the minute because them two are like they got the shirt on, they're keeping it at the minute.
But Dan, do you think that obviously we're playing Bristol City tomorrow? Do you think that he might drop one of them to bring Gardner in, just so it gives us a better chance? Because Fulham's going to be a hard game, no doubt about it. But would you drop?
I did say earlier because I was thinking Colbert came off with a knock on Saturday, so I think if he's going to make a change, I do feel like he is going to bring Garner in for Colbert just to give Colbert the pressure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Didn't Houghton take a player out against Rotherham last season to rest him for the Derby game because it was a Tuesday-Friday game, wasn't it, or something? Because we were playing on a Tuesday against Rotherham, I swear, and then we had Derby on the Friday.
I can't remember that.
I think he did, but I can't remember his top man.
But I thought that Colback was just shattered. I didn't think he was injured.
Yeah, he did bend down because just before he came off, he did bend down and felt his calf a little bit. So then he was just cramped up, or
it might be cramped down because I mean, he did cover some ground, and it's nice to see them defensive midfielders actually pass the ball forward more.
I know. I never thought it. The central midfielders playing balls forward.
I can't believe it.
I mean, if any of you guys have been watching the Red and White show throughout the start of it, I mean, Luke is gone from being very angry and very funny to being really happy and very
What was
like,
angry today? Because
no,
I was a bit late.
no, Luke was very happy at the start. I mean, from episode 1, Luke was very angry and
Yeah.
with that accounting show for Luke. Now he's very, very happy.
But it just shows, though, Dan, what a different manager, different tactics, different, style of football and winning games does for everyone's mental health, doesn't it? You know what I mean? As in a feel-good factor kind of thing.
I know. See what best put players that have not played well this season are starting to work hard now. E.g. Fitz and Colbert.
Yeah, I think that was great to see. Like, just judging on Colback, like hearing that he got a standing ovation. Obviously, I couldn't watch the game, so I had to listen to it. But hearing he got a standing ovation was brilliant to see and brilliant to hear. Sorry, pardon me. Just going from fans slating him and saying he's not good enough to be at the club, he's coming here just for a paycheck. To hear that and to hear what he's saying about him picking up the ground and just really covering a lot of space. It's brilliant. And Figs getting back in the lineup really stayed his place. I mean, a lot of people would have written him off and said, get rid of him, let him go. Cooper's really got a project going here, and he's just really, I think he's pinpointed those players that he's seen a lot of criticism about, really worked on that, given them the confidence to play their game and not feel worried about the negativity and just play their game and believe in themselves. And it's great to see, and to see players just who weeks ago were being told they were lazy, they shouldn't be at the club, then getting right at the ovations. It's done a brilliant job with that.
Another one of those brilliant questions of mine. Who'd have thought that changing the system away from 4-3-2-1 would actually have a positive impact? Having a different plan, a different style. It's like most of us had actually have said it for weeks or something.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
The club has definitely watched this series.
God, I hope they didn't.
Well,
oh man. Webber's put the right coaching style that's the best out of our players and bring the best out of them. Hats off to Colback first and show your fans what you can do.
I think we all knew what Colback could do if we applied him in the right way.
yeah.
It's all about how we applied the players in the squad. I mean, you're asking Colback and Yates to play square balls and backward balls every time they had the ball. Now they're going forward, playing the balls and actually allowed to have a bit more freedom. And they're looking decent. You've got the protection of the back with 3 players across the back and then 2 wing backs. Again, Figueiredo looks more relaxed.
Yeah.
Because he's got next to him.
Luke, there's less pressure onto the players. When you're playing the ball sideways and backwards all the time, you just getting pressure onto you all the time, and you're going to make mistakes. The easiest way to defend is attack, which we are doing, and that takes a lot of pressure off the back 3 or back 5 and stuff like that. And I think it's probably gave them a bit more self-belief, because when you're in that rut and you can't play forward and you're not, you take the easy option, like pass it sideways or pass it backwards. Now, they are being on the front foot, and and I think with him, if they don't do that, I think they'll soon be out of the team, because I think that Cooper wants it to be snappy, and you can see that they were more enjoying the football now. And it's easier to give it somebody forward who can do, like Johnson, like Zink and all them lot, who can do something with the ball. And that takes pressure off you anyway, because, you're passing it forward and let them go attack. And I think it's really important that I think, with his, what I do like about Cooper and what we have been doing is every game there's been a little tweaks, like grabbing might come down back a little bit, or someone might change around. And I think that's really important because people are going to be worried about us now. When they're playing us previously, they're going to think, oh yeah, easy, we get 3 points when we play twice. Now, I mean, Blackpool is a real game where, this time last year, we would have lost that 2-1. As soon as they equalised, we would have felt bits. But now you can see that strength and that determination that they think they can win. They've got that winning mentality back into the team. And I think that's really important for us going forward. And yeah, we are going to come sticky times, but I'm confident that we could beat Bristol City away, and I'm confident that we'll get a result against Fulham.
I'm just a bit alarmed that you reckoned that we'd have lost the game 2-1, Phil, under the last manager. Where will we get the 1 from?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But it's crazy how quickly he's managed to turn it around as well. Like, he's not really had a period to bed in. Okay, the Millwall game, there was that. But other than that, I mean, he's just come in and he's changed it immediately. He's turned it completely on its head. And it's, just how quick the time's taken for him to do that has been brilliant. And, if you can keep this going, who knows where we could end. But like Luke was saying, take it a game at a time and see where we can go. But just the way that he's able to come in and just switch it like that as quickly as he has done, it's been brilliant.
Do you think that he's the only manager what we've had who's actually took this team, this club, and thought, you know what, if I could be that man to get this club forward, about, everyone goes about Brian Clough and they hang over what we've had since Brian Clough days. I think he's took this challenge where I think with it, he's determined to get us up because I think he's got that. I don't know. It's something about him which just. When last time we had a fan like after the game when North going whoa, and then it went, and then go whoa, and then went yeah, like that. I mean, that is getting everything in there, and it was fantastic. When last time we saw a manager come on the pitch and clap the fans, and hug the players, well done, and in many ways you can tell that he worked for Liverpool under Klopp, can't you? Like with that kind of mentality, and I think it's really positive for the fans and for the club. And I think now, even before when we went 1-1, some games like probably last year, fans might have been started getting on players' backs and stuff. But now, like I think he's got his all like going all aiming in the right direction. And I think it's been a breath of fresh air to our club massively.
I think when you listen to Cooper compared to, I'd say, a lot of managers we've had, you want to listen to him talk. Whereas it got to the stage with, and I'm going to go back to Houghton because it's the only manager I can actually remember that actually irritated me as much. You just didn't. You just wanted him to just shut up because he wasn't talking any sense whatsoever. And I totally agree with what you were saying, Phil, about Cooper has this persona that I don't think I've seen at Forest for a while. I mean, all the managers have come in and they've gone, oh yeah, it's a big club, they've got a good history, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't with the kind of enthusiasm that Cooper had.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'd even say that Cooper is more enthusiastic than people like Marston O'Neill and Stuart Pearce when they came back.
Yeah, definitely. For me, he's been the most, put a massive, someone having an heart attack and he's putting, giving them that new heart. He's absolutely been a breath of fresh air to our club. And you know, even before when he first came to us and everyone liked Eddie Howe, I probably might have gone for Eddie Howe first, but I'm so glad that like Dave Murphy did all the work so we could get him. And no matter what we pay compensation to Swansea, it's been every penny worth it. And with it, I do think that people now will want to come and play for us not because of Nottingham Forest as well, but also because of Cooper. And I think it's absolutely wow. I mean, for me, I was just saying to a friend who's a Newcastle fan, thank goodness that the takeover Newcastle happened later, because if he was still available, I'm so glad that we've got him, because if he was available, if I was Newcastle, I would have snapped him up for what he's done in there. So I think we've for once we've had a real good bit of luck for a change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but I think again, the thing that pleased me was we didn't do that thing where we sacked a manager and hired the manager straight away. We took that few days to actually get it right.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether they're talking to him kind of Blackburn game or whatever, the banded round, we took that couple more days to make the decision and get it right and make sure you definitely were certain on the manager we were getting in.
Absolutely. And like with it, I mean, if you call him head coach or whatever, he's definitely leading from the front. And I think if I was playing underneath him, like now, you can see they're actually working hard. When Colback went off, he was absolutely cream crackered. When the players finish now, they are absolutely cream crackered. Where before, I'd say that we could have played another 90 minutes and the players still would have been okay previously. And I don't blame the players for that. I blame probably managers and saying, well, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, and stuff like that. But now they are absolutely. I mean, look at Graben. I mean, he's still playing, like running and chasing down things in 89 minutes, 90 minutes. Where before, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, be lucky that you're thinking, gosh, you need a Zimmer thing because they don't do nothing. And I do think that he's a kind of manager what absolutely, I think man management skills are absolutely fantastic, because he's absolutely made players realise how good they are and also playing to the players' strengths. And I think that, if we don't do it this year, I think next year, I hope that we do it this year, but I think that next year, I think he can build up in our team and we get that winning mentality. But there's always one team what always comes up from real down the bottom every year in the championship, and we could be. And I think looking at the form table, we're number one in the form table at the moment. And I do think that yes, he keeps the players level-headed and it's focused on the next game, and then it's that winning mentality breeds in that you're going to win. Where before, Chris Hughton would say, well, Blackpool, they've got some good players, they've got this. And it's just so negative about us, about our club. And when we play Bristol City, we're like, oh, they're a good side, or they've got a physical side, they're this, and nothing about us. And I do like what Cooper does. Let them, yes, have a look who we're playing against and what their strengths are, so we can help either defensive part or where we really need to improve on. But I think that now he says, well, let them worry about us. And if I was a manager of another team, I wouldn't want the faces at all, because we're so attacking minded that is, even Fulham, I think even Fulham will think that, how do we stop Forest scoring?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think some of the things that he says in like his press conferences, like one big thing that stuck out to me is how he says like he's never been more motivated to win, and hearing stuff like that as a player, it'll just make you think, oh, hey, up, this guy's actually, with this guy we could go places. Like this guy's wanting to do things. He wants us to get where we are supposed to be, and just hearing that can just perk up the players. Like going for a manager who in interviews, didn't really show any enthusiasm, any real desire, to a manager who's stating his intent, showing how much he wants this club to get where it needs to be. That just could give the players a lift, and just having the manager, just him showing himself how much he wants this will then rub off on them, and that will get them to run that bit further, run that, extra couple of minutes to seal the victory, and just stuff like that. Like small things, like small, just a sentence in an interview can really have an impact on a squad, on a team, and it's exciting.
Glad to let you talk then. Enjoyed it. It's fine. I actually enjoyed it because you had a really good discussion then, so I really enjoyed it. Obviously, Kasim said unchanged team tomorrow. Do you think Colback Erdogan is working, or is he a better option?
I think with it, I don't think if Colback's not 100%, I do think he'll make a couple of make one or two changes. But I don't think there'll be many because it's difficult what to say, because unless I mean, personally, I'll probably go for Gardner and put Colback on the bench if he's 100% fit, and then swap him around. So difficult, isn't it? Now, you know what I mean. It's really. I mean, personally, I don't like swapping and changing the team all the time. But I think if Colback's not 100% fit, then I'd put Gardner in, and that's only if he's not 100% fit. But it's difficult when you got 3 games in a week. Taking out on players that are a bit older with the legs, kind of thing. Unless you play again, Colback for 60 minutes and see where we are, and then take him out and put Gardner in for the last 30.
I want to go slightly off topic of this question. Against Sheffield United, we've got to replace Max Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
So, who would you play at left back?
Bon.
Oh God, no!
Well, you never know. He's got a tune out of Colback, so he could get a tune out of Bong.
No, I won't play Colback there.
No.
Depending if, oh gosh,
I've got
one.
I've got a solution. What about Jaden Richardson?
Yeah.
Who
We
played
have
down
that,
I don't think they play
Steve still fit? Is he still injured? Sorry.
Who?
Osaya Tutu.
He's injured. He's well. We won't see him this year.
No.
He's well had it. The only other player you could play, depending if he gets fit, is and so isn't it? He's played left back before.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of the players that are actually fit. I think the
No.
options. I'm sure the options you've got are I think you've got the options of Richardson or Bong.
Yeah.
Can we play Dan instead?
Yeah.
Because he'd be better than Bong.
Yeah, down the wing.
I mean,
Guys, get your comments in. Who would you like to play left back at United?
From what I've seen of this Richardson at left back,
Yeah.
For one game, I'd risk it. I mean, he's got He's got 3 next to him. That's an experienced centre back. He played well against. Remind me who he played in the first round of the cup.
Bradford.
Yeah, but he played well in that game, even though it was Bradford.
Yeah. Couldn't you?
And that was in a back 4, not a back 5. So.
Yeah, I think with the support he's got of
What
the back.
about Finn back?
Finn back's a right back, not a left back.
I know that, but could he?
I don't know. I mean, we get into the realms of. I mean, technically, Richardson's a player on the wrong side, but
yeah.
I don't know. Anybody but Bong. Actually, yeah. Let's go Finn back. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, you couldn't. I mean, couldn't Spence play on left back and put Finn on right back?
Could work.
But then why would you upset the right side that's already working because you've not got a left back?
Yeah, I mean it's difficult. Oh, it's difficult one, Luke.
I've given everybody brain ache now.
I know you have.
I
Yeah.
don't think for that
I'm
is-
looking.
The worst thing is, he's going to put Bong on, isn't he? Because he's been on the bench for a fair bit.
But I've worked out this concept. He wants an attacking bench. So what he's done is he's picked the keeper and then the players that go forward, and then well, we're not going to use a defender that often, so we'll just put Bong on the bench.
But do you think he's only put Bong on the bench because we really haven't got anybody else?
Yeah. We haven't got any other fit defenders that are experienced enough to probably play there. So Bong's the one that's on the bench. But
do you think Bong might play better when you got 3 central defenders and he can be like go anywhere where he wants because they don't know what position it is?
I just don't think that Gaetan Bong is good anywhere. I mean, I don't even think he's a footballer, Phil.
I mean, I don't think he's very good, but I'm just thinking that, if we're going to play with 10 men and Bong, 10 men and, 10 men and Bong plays, that he might be slightly better because you've got 3 centre defenders covering him.
Yeah, but even though you're a wing back, you've still got to be able to defend, Phil.
I know you. I mean, I've seen him when pre-season at Crew. I mean, he was awesome. He confused Wall that much that Wall thought he was one of their players, and he should have been left back. And he was more like playing for Crew as a striker. so I do know how fantastic Gaetan Bong is. Not.
Yeah, but I we're playing Sheffield United. What we've got to remember here is we're playing Sheffield United. And I just wouldn't even contemplate the idea of playing Gaetan Bong. I mean, yes, Drager, who hasn't really been that much of speed, I'd play him ahead of Bong.
Yeah. He might get a chance.
I'd play a combination of us 4 instead of Bong.
Yeah, I think he had to put in Drager.
Yeah.
Could he play left back?
I mean, we're talking about playing Gaetan Bong, so I think anybody can play left back.
I've got a couple. Though, I mean, I did put this up. Jack, how much to get you on my channel?
What are you offering?
1p.
1p.
I mean, I'm a bit offended, though.
Paul is a little bit upset with me because, long story cut short, but I had a picture with troops, and obviously I sent a picture of him to him because I knew he liked him, and obviously it got a bit upset with me, and obviously I got that Instagram post got shared onto troops to say, didn't Bond get the assist at Derby?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Did he?
Bong did, yeah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
One assist. Ooh.
Big
Let's
Bong.
play him as a winger.
I actually saw at Stoke and I was shocked. That shot that I said to my lad, I wonder if he had done it as a bet. I've seen a voice thing with a shirt and he had Bong on the back of his shirt. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It was one, either the biggest waste of money I've ever seen in my life, or 2, that he lost the bet. Because I couldn't believe it. I was shocked seeing, what? Bong on your shirt? Are you crazy? Unless he knows something like we don't know.
We have got Kasim on, so hello.
Hi, Fanny.
Hi.
Hello.
You got anything to join in on, Kasim?
I heard the word bong and I thought, got to get on there and tell him no. Can't be having him.
Exactly. I agree.
So do I. I wonder if he'd be better playing if he's actually had a bong. Sorry.
No, just no. He would never look good. Phil.
What?
He'd have one assist. No.
I know.
Let's
Well,
just.
it's important assist though, wasn't it? Because it got his back in the game against Derby. But the only thing I would say, like with Bong, I'd love him to get first team action at someone else apart from Nottingham Forest, like Mansfield or someone like that.
Not.
Man City.
Yeah, Man City.
And if you go into the Bristol,
You just see my reaction, didn't you, Dan?
Pardon?
You did that deliberately just to see my reaction, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I signed him for Man City on Football Manager.
Oh dear.
Yeah, again, I did.
How much money did you pay for him? About 600 million, did you, Dan?
£2.50 and packet crisp.
What flavour crisp were they? That's important.
What salted?
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
anyone going to the game tomorrow? Or
Pay me in chicken.
I'd like to, but I've got to go physio because I've got family who live in Bristol, and I don't think time I finish at physio, I don't think I'll be able to get down to Bristol in time, unfortunately.
I got work tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
Morning.
me too.
I don't do many weeks.
or driving straight there, long
I know
drive.
where we're going.
It is. It's a lovely new ground. I've had some sales meeting at Ashton Gate as well, so it's nice, and I've got family down there. But I don't think I'm going to finish in Newark till 4:30, and there's no chance I'm going to get to Bristol from Newark all the way down there in time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We just answered that question.
I don't put this out. Pardon?
I was just answering that question. I think someone said, "Is anyone going to the Bristol game?" So I said, "I'm going."
Yeah, we've got Dole coming on as well.
Oh, here we go.
Yo!
Oh, here we go.
Yo!
Yo!
Anything else to say, Dor?
Yo, Jack, I'll pay you some chicken to get on my channel.
Pay me some chicken. Don't know what to make about that. I don't know if that's an insult or a good deal.
Yo, right. Curtin, right. Why are you slagging off Bong?
Why am I slagging off Bong?
Why? Did he get an assist for Derby? Did he get an assist for Derby?
Door.
Did he get an assist for Derby?
Door.
Did he get an assist for Derby?
One assist.
Right. So if he didn't get an assist, we would have lost to Derby, right?
How many assists?
Answer my question. Answer my question, Luke. Did he get an assist for Derby?
Yes.
He's actually had more than one assist. He assisted Coventry to score goals.
Come on.
For them.
He let Coventry score, so that was an assist for Coventry.
Yeah, he assisted Coventry.
There we
Why
go.
did he got assist?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He assisted Coventry to score a goal against us.
Oh, you lot are haters, man.
I'm for the win. First thing I said was,
We're on good form. We're on good form, man. Cheer up, everyone, man. That's why I come on the channel to cheer everyone up.
No, I don't know.
I was in a good mood until somebody mentioned Bong.
Let's do a box. Listen, right. Luke, we're playing good. Stop being negative. We're going to win tomorrow.
Door, can I ask you a question then?
Ask me a question. I'm going to go in a minute.
Who would you play against Sheffield United? Because Lowe can't play.
Bong!
No, because he will lose then. Because the ball will go down the left hand side and we'll lose.
I mean,
Stop with your negative, Luke, man.
it don't
I
need
don't
one
like
player.
Bong.
What does everyone else think?
Play Bond.
I mean, to be fair, like there've been players that we've written off already under Cooper. I mean, already before Cooper, he's come in and rejuvenated them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Why, I mean, he's got three players to support him. If he's got that a bit more of a security blanket going back.
Right.
So, I
I
don't know.
think he needs more than 3 players to support Bong.
Well, who
Listen to
knows?
me.
You want to
Stop the hate, man.
So,
Yo, Dan, stop that, Dan.
Oh, Dan, that's a fantastic photo. Put it up again, mate.
Taking the
That's
piss
one
now,
of,
man.
Dan, that's one of the best
Right, I'm
photos I've
going
seen
away.
this year.
Up the Reds.
Bye, Dor.
I'm doing this due tomorrow, but up the Reds anyway.
You it?
You it.
Up the Reds. Subscribe to on Toy everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I enjoyed that.
I don't think anyone's ever offered to pay me in chicken before, but
Oh, God.
What was this?
I was telling the truth, he did assist commentary to score, so...
And a lot of other teams.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Stoke was Stoke down his side.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Then that's 2 against 1. 2-1. We've lost.
Yeah.
Sorted, done.
I'll try and avoid playing him at all costs, but if we have to, then I guess for one game he'll have to do.
I've got a bigger question. How many games have we won with Bong playing?
Have we ever won with him playing?
That is another good question, Phil.
That is.
I challenge Dor to come back with the answer.
Yeah. I can't remember. I don't
He's a
know.
Bong fan.
Door, it's your hero Bong. Have we ever won with Bong in the game, in the team?
did he play against Wickham? Did he play against Wickham?
Yes. Yes.
I know that us Brighton fans were going on about 3 of their players, or 2 of their 3 of their players and their old manager were in that game. So yeah.
Oh, it's happening. Apparently, he also played in Cardiff as well. Oh, we've won twice. Oh, great.
That's a really good record, that, isn't it? 2 games, how many times he's played for us, we've won twice. Up the ball.
That's all I could.
Bon. Hashtag play Bon.
Why not? Let's try it. Let's see if we actually do get a point.
Luke, I want us to win. I don't like Sheffield United, so no.
No, I think we'll be all right. I mean, we're an attacking side, so we don't really. Hopefully, we can outscore the. But I don't think he'll be as bad as you think. To be honest.
Here's a concept, though, Phil. I've heard of an epiphany. What if Max Lowe has secretly been giving Gaetan Bong defending lessons in training in preparation for the game he was going to miss? No?
I still don't think it would be very good anyway.
No. Okay.
Hashtag come on, Bon.
In Bong,
Can we please move off Gaetan Bong, please? Starting to get at the Gaetan Bong show.
Yeah. We don't want. I mean, he might be watching this, and like, I think we need to leave the Gaetan Bong on a positive.
Yeah.
Well done for warming the bench.
And I'll put this out here. My missus actually is watching this while she's in the bedroom, and she just texted me to say we have been winning the past few matches, one that's not played. And I've got the text here to prove that. And she's laughing now.
What about the score prediction for tomorrow?
I think 2-0 to us. Fingers crossed.
What do you think, Cassim?
Is he there?
Hello.
Hello.
I mean, we lost Cassim as well.
Oh, no, you moved.
Yeah.
Here's a go.
I think the bomb.
Fed Wi-Fi.
Oh, he's
Dan.
gone. Dan, your score prediction, because I'm going to wait till the end.
Oh, no.
2-0 for us.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go 3-1 Forest.
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
What's your score prediction, Cassim?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said 2-1, I reckon. I reckon 2-1's fine.
Who's goal scorer? What's goal scorers?
And Grabban will get another one.
I reckon Graben and Zinc will get one tomorrow.
Oh, nice. I'm saying Grabbing again. Yep.
What's going on?
He's back.
Where about Bong now, Luke?
I asked. Oh, here we go.
Where about Bong now?
I asked how many games we've won with Bong in the side.
Bad shot.
Did Bong play against Wickham? We won.
A cheeky goal.
Wow, Wickham Wanderers. What
Yeah,
are you
that's
doing?
why I asked
Still won,
how
innit?
many.
Right, let me
How
ask you all your question, right? So if Bond didn't do that assist against Derby, would have lost 1-0, right?
Yeah.
Right. So would you lot be happy if we would have lost 1-0 to Derby?
Would have probably sacked
No.
Houghton.
Answer the question. Would you lot be happy if Derby won 1-0?
I keep an
Yeah,
eye
Yeah, but
on
how
but-
many games has Bong played and we've lost? Mostly
What?
because it's his fault. How many games have we played with Bong in and we've conceded goals because they all come down his side?
Why are you blaming Bong, man?
Because he's rubbish.
Door.
What now?
If we had lost to Derby, Houghton would have been gone then.
Yeah.
But would you want to lose to Derby then? Of Houghton?
With Houghton, I mean,
Would you want to lose to Derby?
No one ever wants to lose Derby,
Right,
but you've got to.
Right. I'm going up the Reds.
Try again.
I'll see everyone tomorrow. Who's going Bristol City tomorrow?
If I can,
Is anyone going?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah.
You're going Bristol City.
Yeah.
All right, what's your name?
Kasim.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow in Kasim.
Yeah, I'll probably bump into you there, mate.
Yeah, up the Reds there.
I'd like to go if I can get away from physio in time, but it's in Newark, away from this till 4 o'clock. So I think, yeah.
George, you know when the coaches are going? Are the
2:30.
coaches going?
2:30.
Bloody hell's early, isn't it?
Yeah, but you see how far it is?
About
Yeah,
2.5 hours.
Wait, 1 minute. 1 minute.
It's 4 hours in car, doing about 85 miles an hour.
Oh, it's not 4 hours, is it? It's about 2.5, wasn't it, when I checked?
No, it's longer. No, well, depending, because you've got to go from Birmingham, cut through Birmingham, go down M5 all the way down. Be careful on M5 because they're plain clothes cop cars massively on M5.
2:30.
Are you going on coach?
Yeah.
Take more than 2.5 hours, mate, in car. Just
It's long. It's a long trump. It's a long.
you to be
way.
talking about 4 hours. You need to go. That's why I don't think I can't make it because otherwise I could have stopped at my family, my cousin's house.
Yeah, it's a long way. It's a long way.
Yeah.
So, Dan, you're not doing a live stream.
Might try to.
You mean you might try to? You're going to.
Yeah, I got work as well, and I might have thoughts tomorrow night as well. So
Shocking. Right, I'm going. Kazim, if I see you tomorrow, come on my vlog.
Yeah, no, I will do, definitely.
All right then, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. Dad, up the forest. Phil, up the forest.
Yeah. Oh,
Bong the
the
man.
door. Keep safe, bro.
dear,
Where's Luke gone? Is he upset Luke that much he's gone?
dear, this video getting funnier and funnier.
Mate, that's what you want, a bit of banter and a bit of fun, don't you?
Yeah, all day, lad.
Yeah.
Where do you guys sit then at the ground?
Lower Bishford.
Low Bishford.
Oh, right, okay. I'm
Where
in
are
A
you?
blocks. I'm in A blocks. I'm on your left, basically.
Oh, wicked. What do you think to atmosphere on Saturday?
Brilliant. It was good. I thought at some stages it went a bit quiet. I thought it'd be better, but it was good. Yeah.
I mean, you can see the difference because, you know, like some Derby fans I know, like, oh yeah, you're only playing Blackpool, but it'd be very interesting to see how many fans they get when they play Blackpool. Because I don't think they'd be near enough a sellout, will they? You know, there'd be more plastic fans over there, and I think with it, and I was saying to my lad, you know, if we can get it right on the pitch, and I think, you know, lead by Cooper and all that, it's proven that the fans of Nottingham Forest will go out, and I think we've got the best away fans in definitely in the Championship, and the home fans. You know what I mean? And I think that if we can get it right, this club could go massively. You know, and I think with it, because normally, I mean, God, how many teams are going to get like the crowd what we did against Blackpool? I mean, and they loved it. I mean, some of the Blackpool fans loved the atmosphere at City Ground and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because of the crowd and the noise, like when we're singing, you know, and all that kind of thing. And I think it's really good that, you know, it's good that the atmosphere in the club and the ground has really changed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, in terms of fans, I mean, it's the whole package really. It's home and away, especially away as well.
Yeah, I love
so
away.
as long as Cooper can continue, you know, his good run of form, and the boys can stay on it, then you know we're destined to do well. Really, they've got the backing, so and Cooper knows that as well. Maybe he's got fans.
I mean, I put a cheeky bid on when he first signed for us to get promotion, and I don't bet at all. I never bet ever.
Yeah.
Never.
What were the odds?
Yeah, I didn't even know how to fill in the form. I just put Nottingham Forest get promoted. I didn't even know what to write or whatever.
What were the odds on it?
Yeah, and I just had that good feeling that we're going to do it this year. I really do.
What odds did you get on it?
33-1.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be more than that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was hoping so, but yeah, I put 5 on it, and like, well, you know,
worth a shot, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I just felt that he, you know, he's a breath of fresh air, but he's a very, very good coach. And I think he's
a manager like that with that much passion in a very long time that we've had. It's just unbelievable.
You know, the last manager I saw with a bit of passion for us was Brian Clough. Brian Clough, and maybe Frank Clark.
For me, I'd probably say Billy Davis. He had a bit of passion in him.
Yeah, but even with Billy Davis, but we weren't all together on and off the pitch. But I think Cooper's actually. He's really fired him up, hasn't he? You know what I mean? I mean, with Billy Davis, yeah, good manager, but I don't think he was fired up in the right way all the time. Do you know what I mean? I mean, but I know it's early days still and stuff like that. But I'm really I'm very confident. You know, I'm like I said before, mate. I'm so glad that we got him when we did, because I think if I was Newcastle, you know, with the takeover which has happened, you know, he was on Newcastle radar beforehand, wasn't he?
Yeah, no,
I think we've done really well. And I think we see a lot of more positive changes, like what Dave Murphy's done. You know, like some of the plays what, you know, we hadn't heard of. You know, he did. I mean, it just shows really. Like, I've looked at Barnsley at the moment; they look like relegation fodder. Now, Dave Murphy and his direction's gone. I mean, you know, I know it leads from the front, and the players got to do it on the pitch. But you know, it's really good that when you see the tactics, and now when even like Barnsley game when we went down, I never thought we'd lose that. Even when Blackpool equalised, I still thought we'd go into that game to win. I don't feel, you know, for a long time, I haven't felt that we're going to game and, we haven't got a chance of winning this. It's really, really different. You know what I mean? It's really massively different. And I know we are going to lose a game eventually.
Yeah, of course. Happens.
But it does happen. But I think with him now, I think as a player, I think if you don't give your 100% and your effort, I think you won't be in the team. And I think
he'll pick up on it straight away. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
seems like he
There's
wants.
no hiding, is there? There's no hiding for any player now to give it the all and not work their absolutely socks off and go and the finish shattered. It'd be really interesting to actually see the stats of like the fitness stats under Chris Hutton after a game to what they are now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
That would be really interesting to see. Like people like Graben, like Johnson, like
Totally different. I mean, I was saying to my friend who I sit with at the ground, when we were 2-1 up towards the end, and they'd have the Blackpool would have the ball, and you'd have three of our players just attacking that one person, like just running like crazy. Like you never would have seen that before. And I was literally looking, and I was baffled, and I thought, I nudged my mate, and I said, just look, like I've not seen this. Like I can't remember the last time I've seen this at the City Ground when we're winning, and they've got the ball in their half, and we've got like 2-3 men just running at the ball, and it's just.
The best form of defence is your defence from the front, aren't you? And that's what we're doing. And like what was happening to us under Chris Hutton when we was messing around or in the back, defenders make mistakes, and we've had it where teams against us will, and then you think 1-0 down. Why didn't you just kick it on there? And we're doing exactly the same, aren't we? We're putting the teams under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, and when we do that, they make some mistakes, and then it makes some really good change, and it's that winning mentality, the desire for us to win for the club for a change.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's a big change. It's just the whole team. The morale has just changed, and they're just on it.
I spoke to some of the players after the Stoke game when we played Stoke away because we stayed back. And I tell you what, the body language, not only from Chris Hutton, but all the players was like, I mean, I spoke to Lyle Taylor and he was fuming. And I did say that to you, didn't I, Dan? Taylor was absolutely livid. And everyone said, this formation doesn't suit the players what we've got. And for a long time, I was saying, well, why don't we play 3 centre defenders, have some wing backs, and then push up forward and stuff? And the players was down. It was shocking. It was shocking. With the morale, some of the players some of the fans was absolutely horrendous to some of our players at that game. And for the comments where I nearly had a fight in that game for this person behind me being a racist idiot. But the players were so down and so frustrated. And I can remember that game. Did you go to Stoke away?
No.
Well, they had a corner. Stoke had a corner. We had it out. Ryan Yates had the ball running. Only really him. Got to the halfway line, looked across at Hutton, and then it went backwards. And now we're like, why didn't you just pass the ball forward? Why didn't you just pass the ball forward? And it was like the tactics, the players was really. I think Chris Hutton ruled like a dictator manager. You do this, and if you do something different, you're out of the team.
Yeah, the players were all restricted, weren't they? That's why they're so.
Yeah.
Now because they've been given the freedom. I mean, look at the difference.
I mean, Joe Lolly hasn't been playing from the start, but he looks a massively different player now anyway because he's got that freedom when he does come on. He's got that freedom again, and I think with it, it just shows that you play to players' strengths, and that's depending no matter what level you are, if you're professional or. You're amateurs and you just have a kick around. You put everyone, if you're in a team, you play to each other's strengths. And I think it's really positive that he's actually looking at players now and playing to their strengths and giving them that freedom. Because that freedom it builds their confidence. And the confidence up. I mean, if I was defender, I wouldn't want to be facing Johnson, would you?
Even when Lolly came on the weekend, he had a right spark to him.
He did, yeah,
back.
absolutely.
He looked like Lolly from 2 years ago when he was like attacking players, dribbling through. Looked like someone give him a kick up the arse, which they've all really had, to be honest.
But I don't think it's a kick up the backside what they've had. I disagree on that one. I think that Cooper's come in and said, "You're better. This is the tactic where we are," and it worked on that changing ground and got the players the freedom and the attacking players to actually say, "Look, you're going to attack when you get the ball, like Yates or Colback or Yates and Gardner. You get it forward thinking, pass the ball forward." I mean, that goal, our first goal. I mean, if you have a look, was it 22 passes before we actually...
27, I think.
Yeah. 27, yeah. 27 passes. And that ball, what Joe Wall did at the end, for the crossover. I mean, that is probably one of the best goals. What I've seen is that score at home for a long time.
100%. That's the best team goal.
Remind me of the goal what we scored against Fulham away when Graben scored.
Yeah.
All the passes and all that. But there's one thing on that goal, and I can remember John McGovern telling me this as well. What Brian Clough said, we made the ball do the work. We passed it, didn't we? Passed it, and with it, when you're chasing balls like that as an opposition, it is so tiring. When if everyone play football at any level. And that was just like real classic goal, really classic goal. And I do think, I think Cooper's woken a sleeping giant up. I really do. I really do. And I think with him, he's a manager. If he gets to play, he gets everyone involved, doesn't he? Everyone is. After the game, I loved it when everyone, when he was like, yes, like that, going on the pitch and, he does. Like I said before you joined on, I do. You could tell that he worked at Liverpool under Klopp and all that. He's got that presence with him.
Yeah, literally. I took a video of that. I had a video of it.
Yeah,
and the people know he's the mini Klopp. He reminds us of Klopp, and I was like, he's our very own Jurgen Klopp. It's just brilliant.
And I do think, with it, I can't remember, apart from probably Billy Davis coming on the pitch and like when we've had some important games going like that, I can't remember, wow, we played Blackpool in a league game. I can't remember any other managers in the normal league game coming on doing that, a little clapping like thanks fans or whatever, walk down, but not that come on and I think when you've got a manager like that, our players, you're either going to die for the badge, die for the manager, and do what you need to do, or you'll be gone. And I don't think how good motivation he is. I think he's also a manager. What if you don't do what you have to do, you won't be in the team, or you won't be in the squad much longer, or around the team. And I do think that I get that sense of feeling that they give everyone an opportunity, and if you buy into the project, you're in. If you're not, I do think that you won't. You'll be gone, kind of thing. Really do with him.
I think for Cooper, the fans are at the forefront for him, and he really, really dedicates himself to the fans. And even on the first game when he was in charge, I don't know if you remember, he says, I probably spent more time looking at the fans than I did the pitch. And it's just when you hear stuff like that, it's just crazy the passion he's got. He literally said I couldn't take my eyes off the fans because I was just looking around, obviously at A Block and Bridgeford.
Yeah.
And he look at the fans more than I was the pitch. It's brilliant.
I don't know about Swansea, but when he was managing Swansea, I didn't think it was that passionate, like a passionate manager. It's weird, you know what I mean? I thought.
Yeah, same.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't think it was that.
I've never seen it in him. I didn't think he had it in him, to be honest. And
no.
Yeah, I think especially when he joined, when obviously there was all this talk about Chris Wilder and what have you. I didn't know much about Cooper at the beginning, to be honest. And there was comments saying, "Oh, he's defensive. He plays just like Chris Hughton." Yeah. And because I didn't know much about him initially, I thought, "Oh dear, okay, it's not. If everyone's saying that, obviously they know more about him than me. Then
Yeah.
obviously I hope it's not true. But I was more like edging towards Chris Wilder. But
Yeah,
that's the thing,
same.
you just don't know, do you? I was, because I thought Chris Wilder's attacking. If everyone's saying
Yeah.
Chris, if Cooper plays like Chris Hughton, then what's the point? But now obviously we've been proven wrong so far, and may it long continue.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he? I mean, I like his interviews, what he says about, and I just, I could listen to him for 8 hours. When he does a match, after the match and he's done his interview, I think, God, it's not long enough. I want it another hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just so casual. Like he's instead of football, he says footy, and it's just what you want from a manager, really, isn't it? Just casual and.
But I think he's casual, but I also think that he's come and the passion what he's got for this club. I think he's looked at our club and thinking, you know what? If I do it, I could be like the fans will love me like Brian Clough because they would.
Yeah.
I really do. You know what I mean? And like I don't think we've. And I say again, even like Bailey David, I don't think we've had a manager who's grasped this club by its whatever.
Yeah.
And then I don't think we ever have who's like so passionate about our club.
Yeah.
I don't think from Brian Clough, like I say, I don't think I've ever seen a manager to get everybody on board. And you know what I've noticed some of the last 3 games, like before he came, like it was really toxic between the fans. And all that, and it was toxic. I mean, the fan. I mean, it's surprising fans weren't fighting with each other. You know what I mean? And I mean, it was really toxic. But now, all that goes, and there's even like I say, even when Blackpool scored, there were no. It was no, oh God, it was like, come on, you Reds, getting them back on, and it really is a massive positive change to the club. And for for the fans as well, that if that was under Chris Hughton, I think the fans would have been getting on to Spencer's back and Samba's back. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do that? And having a right go. But now it's he really has changed this club around, and long as it may continue.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're on mute, Dan.
That for some reason, I totally agree with what you guys said. To be fair, lads, thumbs up.
You Reds?
Yeah, definitely. Any last remarks from you two?
No, that's it. The last thing I've got to say is Steve Cooper is the next Claudio Ranieri. Fingers crossed.
What you say, Klopp, man?
Yeah.
No. He's already a mini Klopp, but he's going to be the Claudio Ranieri and take us up, hopefully.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you to the lads who came on throughout the show. So thumbs up.
Cheers,
Great show as always, Dan.
Okay. So
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, pardon?
It's a pleasure.
That's normal. So that's it. See you later, lads.
Take care.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
Thank you for allowing me to update
Take care. You Ed, safe journey.
You Ed.
You Ed.